So hello students, today we move on to the part 3 of our video lesson on factorization, which I told you that this is also called remainder and factor theorem in some books. So first two part you have already seen with one of the factor how we factorize a cubic equation. Part 2 of my video you have seen how with no factor we can factorize a given cubic equation, and the third type of question I'm going to do, and in my next maybe part 4 of the video, whatever remaining type is there, part 4, 5 maybe 5 will be required. So I'll be doing that. So today my main focus is on solving what we call finding two unknowns. So generally when I write the question you will see, so in a cubic equation two unknowns will be given, generally a and b. It can be xy, it can be any other literal number, alphabets. So how we solve, and there will be two factors given. So today I'm doing with two factors, maybe in the next part you will see where, so factor means you will see that this will become 0. So just I'll explain this, but sometime remainder one is there which we will see in the next part. So see what we are going to do here. So today first sum which I'll do is solved example to 2009 question, which is question 11 in ML Agrawal's book, and exercise 6. Then two unsolved example, question 20 part 1 which came in 2001 and part 2 which came in 2018 ICSE question. Okay, ICSE paper it came. Now, and after when I do this, so this 5 question you will try. Solve 12, little bigger, you will see we have to factorize that equation also after getting a and b. And there are 4 questions, 2 ICSE I have given you and 2 non-ICSE, they are also very good. So unsolved 21 to 24, this 5 question you try. Okay, and I hope you will be able to do. So here we start today's class. So if you don't know anything about factorization and cubic equation, please see my part 1 and part 2 nicely, then this you will be able to understand. Okay, so here the concept is, if x plus 2 is a factor of fx, then f minus 2 is 0. So we are doing just the opposite. If f minus 2 is 0, then x plus 2 is a factor. Again, just the opposite example I have taken, you will see b. If x minus 3 is a factor, then f3 is 0. So this is by corollary 1 to the factor theorem. You can see the book. So corollary means you will see we apply that theorem. This is of secondary importance. Main thing is factor theorem, which I have done in part 1 and part 2 of the video. So you can see the meaning of this word corollary. You can get in the book and you just check. So these are of secondary importance and they come from the main theorem. Okay, but we apply both the direct theorem as you have seen in my part 1, part 2 of the video, and part 3 where we apply. So COR means corollary 1 to factor theorem. There is corollary 2 also. So while doing, you will understand what I am trying to tell you, and you will get two simultaneous equations, children. So, and we have to solve this two simultaneous equations. So generally we do by elimination, or you can do by substitution. Cross multiplication, children, is very rarely used over here. So mostly I have seen elimination is the best method, and I'll give you the link. This I put videos for solving in my class 9, where I've also made around 25 video lessons till now. So I'll give you the link of how to solve this equation, because if you cannot solve, then this you won't be able to get full mark. And this questions, especially from remainder factor theorem and factorization, is a cakewalk. What we call cakewalk means something very easy to score good marks, but you need to know how to solve simultaneous equation. So I'll send you the link. You practice that also if you are not confident, or if you want to refresh yourself, recapitulate the concept, please see how to solve simultaneous equation by elimination method as well as substitution method. So please copy whatever I have written. Then I'll move on to solved example 11, which is ICSE 2009. So here we start solved example 11 to understand the concept. So if x plus 2 and x plus 3 are factors of this, so let us call this particular cubic equation where two unknowns are there, children. See, we have to solve for this two unknowns, if you see. So here we call it your fx. Okay, now if, or you can write given better, given x plus 2 is a factor of fx, okay, then what we see by corollary 1 to factor theorem, so this is quite important, by corollary 1 to factor theorem, what do we get, children? X plus 2 is a factor, so f minus 2 should be 0. Okay, so what do we get here? You see, so please copy what I have written. So here what we do, we write f minus 2 is 0. So here wherever we have x, we will write minus 2. So 2 into minus 2 square plus a, this is what we are going to find here, a and b generally I told you. I think this is cube, 2x cube, so this will be cube, it's a cubic equation. Ax square, so minus 2 square plus 7 into minus 2 minus b is 0. So wherever x was there, children, over here I have put minus 2. So what do we get? 2 into minus 2 to the 4 to the 8. So negative 2 odd power gives you minus, but this will become minus 2 into minus 2, 4a. This will give you minus 14, minus b is 0. So what do we get, children? 4a minus b, this minus 16 and minus 14, this side will become minus 30. So if you take it to that side, you get your 4a minus b is equal to 30. Okay, so now in the same way you can write, given this is there, so same way you can write, given again everything same, children, x plus 3 is a factor of fx. So here what will you write again? By corollary 1 to factor theorem, okay, factor theorem, we get f minus 3 is 0. Okay, so f minus 3, so wherever x is there, children, so we will write there minus 3 cube plus a into minus 3 square plus 7 into minus 3 minus b is 0. So this is an equation. Remember, this is an expression which is not equal to 0, but when you put equal to 0, children, expression becomes equation. So here what do we get, children? Minus 3 cube is minus 27, minus 27 to the minus 54, plus minus 3 into minus 3 is plus 9, minus 21 minus b is 0. So as we got equation 1, this will be my second equation. So 9a minus b, so minus 54 minus 21 is minus 75. When you transpose to the other side, it becomes 75. So this is my two equation which we have to solve simultaneously, means together, then you will get. So pause the video, copy, then you, as we did in class 9, we will solve them by as we solve simultaneous equation by elimination. And you see minus b, simply we will subtract one from the other and we will get. So pause the video and copy, then we will solve for a and b. So what do we do, children? We subtract equation 1 from 2. So equation 1 you see, so subtracting equation 1 from equation 2. Why also I'll tell you. Sometimes we subtract 1 from 2, subtract sometime 2 from 1. Why I'll show you. Very. Equation 1 from 2 means 2 will come up. So I'll tell you why. See here, 4a minus b is 30. So see, whenever you subtract, children, the sign changes. So 9 is bigger here, you see. Generally, whenever I do some, you will see I don't want the first thing or the first term to be negative. So generally, these are the small things, tricks you will learn when you practice. So here we get 5a, this will cancel. So 9 minus 4 is 5a is equal to 75 minus 30 is 45. So a is 45 minus 5 is 9. So we have to solve for b. So this is a smaller equation, children, you see. So substituting a is equal to 9 in equation, this was 30 means in equation 1. So what do we get, children? 4a minus b is 30. Put down the value of a, which is 9, minus b is 30. B, you see, I take to other side to make it positive. So 9 4s are 36 minus 30. So b is 6. Okay. So finally, to make the work of your teacher easy, you write this together. A is 9 and b is 6. You can put the middle bracket braces and write answer. So it will be very easy for your teacher to see the answer and give you full marks. So once more, just to recapitulate, everything is here. F minus 2 you put equal to 0, you will get one equation in 2 unknown. When you put since x plus 3 is a factor, you put f minus 3 wherever x is there and put it equal to 0. We make equation, so we get second equation. So these two we solve simultaneously here by elimination. 1 we subtract from 2, so we get 1, so it becomes simple equation. And then from one of the variable we get one of the value, we get the other value. Okay, so pause the video and copy, then we move on to question 20 part 1. So in a similar way we move on. Given x minus 2 is a factor of, you may call it fx over here. So this is okay, you can write fx over here only, otherwise next step also you can write. So this is a function of x, so factor of fx. Okay, so by corollary 1 of factor theorem, minus is there, f2 sign will change, will be 0. So as I have told you that when x minus 2 is a factor by corollary 1 2 factor theorem f2. So wherever, so what we do, children, see here in this equation 2 cube, and here it is corollary 1 of, better you write the word 2 factor theorem. So 2 we write 2 cube plus a we have to find into 2 square plus B we have to find. So wherever x is there, children, so wherever x is there, we substitute 2, and 2 unknown you will have, and you will get a simultaneous equation, one of the two equations. So equal to 0 you put. So here what do we get? 8 plus 4a plus 2b minus 12 is 0. So we get 4a plus 2b. So here if you see, you will get minus 4, which will become plus 4 that side. So this is my equation 1, and in the same way we will solve. So here again you can write again, you may write or may not write. X minus 3 is a factor, so therefore F3. So check here, sorry, x plus 3 is a factor. Remember, minus, it became plus. It is plus, so F minus 3 will be 0 by corollary 1 to factor theorem. You may write here. Okay, once you have written, so at least once you write. So wherever, children, in this equation, if you see wherever x is there, I write minus 3 plus a into minus 3 square plus b into minus 3 minus 12 is 0. So just check wherever we have x. So see here, minus 3, since it is plus 3, you put f minus 3 is 0. Minus 3 plus a into minus 3 square plus b into minus 3 minus 12. So what do we get, children? Minus 27 plus 9a minus 3b minus 12 is 0. So we get 9a minus 3b is this 2 minus, if you add, you will get minus 39. It will become plus 39 on the other side. So kindly pause the video and copy. Then we are going to finally solve them simultaneously to get a and b. So see, children, what I'll do, I'll see this two equation. I have not dropped 1 and 2. So you see, I'll make this 2 and 3 equal. So this I'll multiply with 3, multiplying equation 1 by 3 and 2 by 2. And this has a bigger value, so we subtract. So you can write multiplying. So this is what we go back to class 9 and we solve the simultaneous equation. There is nothing very difficult here. Multiplying equation 1 by 3 and 2 by 2 and subtracting equation 1 from 2. So see what we get. Equation 2 you multiply by 2. 9 2s are 18 minus 18a minus 3 2s are 6b is equal to 78. Multiply 3 means with every term you have to multiply. 3 4s are 12 plus 3 2s are 6b. So we made them equal. 3 4s are 12. So since they have opposite sign, so we will simply add. So multiplying equation this and adding. So since we have opposite signs, so we don't subtract, children, and adding. So when you add, this 2 will cancel. We get 30a. Don't subtract, otherwise this will not cancel. Minus 6 will become minus 12, and when you subtract, this will be 6a. So one variable will not vanish. So you won't be able to solve. So this is 90. So we get a as 90 minus 33. Now we get b. So see which is a smaller equation. So equation 1 I had multiplied. You can take this, or so since I have rubbed equation 1, you can substitute in equation 1 or 2. So I'm substituting into over here 9 into a. Okay, so what I'm doing, putting a is equal to 3 in equation 2. I think one would have given you lesser calculation, is equal to 39. So any way you can put, don't put here because here we have multiplied and made small thing into bigger. So go to the basic equation 1 and 2. 27 minus 3b is 39 3b you take to this side, so it is 37 and 27 minus 39. I think you will get here minus 12, this 3 will come, so b will be minus 4. So finally our answer is a is 3 and b is minus 4. So check the calculation. Okay, then you will see. So write this answer together to get full marks. Once more, put one equation I showed you, f minus 3 you put. So two equation we get, we multiply 1 by 3 and 1 by 2 and we add them because they have different sign. So finally we get a and then we get b. So a's value you can put in equation 2 or 1. So this is how we have solved this question 20 part 1. So kindly pause the video and copy. Then I do the final question for today's session, that is 20 part 2. So see, this is question 20 part 2 of ML Agarwal's book, and we are in exercise 6. So here this is ICSE 2018. So very similarly, given x plus 2 is a factor, so this is quite an easy cubic equation. Since this is a factor of fx, so let us call it fx. Here you can do separately over here. Okay, I can write separately. I'm doing there because I'm saving one line over here. So you can do in a separate place. Therefore, f minus 2 is 0. So like before, you can write reason I have written by corollary 1 to factor theorem. Now, wherever x is there, put minus 2. So again, children, we have to solve for a and b, but put it equal to 0. Okay, this is an equation, this is an expression. So what do we get here, children? Minus 8 minus 2a plus b is 0. So finally what I do, 2a plus b is equal to minus 8. I make x positive, but b should become negative when it goes. So what I do, I transpose minus 2a to that side and b to that side and let minus 8 remain. So 2a minus b is minus 8. So similarly here I can write, given x plus 3 is a factor of fx, therefore f minus 3 is 0. So wherever x is there, children, I put minus 3 cube plus a into minus 3 plus b is 0. So this gives us minus 27 plus b is 0. So this will be minus 3a. So what I get here, I transpose it to other side. I get 3a minus b is equal to minus 27. So now we will solve equation 1 and 2. So what do you see here, children? Both have your equal minus b. So what I write, subtracting equation 1 from, you see which one will be better if you see. So we subtract equation 1 from 2. You see why, I'll explain it to you. Okay. So write equation 2. So I change the order, children. I change the order. 3a, or better, you copy it. I will do it here on the top. So pause the video and copy. So see here, I subtract equation 1 from 2. So equation 2, children, is 3a minus b is minus 27. Okay, and this is 2a minus b is minus 8. So since they have same sign, what we do, we subtract them. Okay, so when you subtract, children, the sign changes. So see here what happens. This 3 is bigger, so when you subtract, you get positive. Otherwise, both side you will get, this side will get negative. Then see other side what we are getting. We are getting plus 8 minus 27 minus 19. If you do the opposite, I think we'll get minus a is equal to 19, so a will be minus 19. So generally try to write the bigger here. So please see my class 9 video also. I have taught all the smaller tricks and the smaller here, bigger up at the up. Okay. So a we get, so this I rub, and the final thing in today's session, we have to get, okay, b. So either equation 1 or 2 you use. So since I have rubbed equation 1, I am using equation 2. So we get putting, you can write a is equal to minus 19 in equation 1 or 2. So equation 1 is here. I can put it here also. I can see because I have not changed it in equation 1 because this looks smaller. So 2a minus b is minus 8. 2 into a's value minus 19 you put. Minus b is 8. So finally we get minus 38 minus b is 8. Okay, so b I take to that side. 38 minus this becomes, so if you see here, this is minus 8, children. So minus 8 comes here with plus sign. Okay, so once more, a's value we put minus 19, you get minus 38. Okay, and then minus b equal to minus 8. So what happens, b I take to the other side to make it positive. I could have taken that to side, same way we would have given. So generally, as I told you, my idea is to see that unknown is positive. If it is positive, you keep this side. If it is negative, you transpose it to the other side so that it becomes positive. So as I have done in my linear inequation, you will see this very idea I have used to solve those linear inequation very easily. So we get b is equal to minus 30. And my a is equal to minus 19. So don't let it be scattered. Don't encircle it. I am doing. So what you do for your teacher, so I am writing it here, but you write down wherever you are doing. So both the answer you write together for your teacher. A is minus 19. B is minus 30. So it will be very easy for your teacher to see the answer, because generally they see the answer, then we see back you're working this equation. So write the answer together. They don't have to search your examiner where is a, where is b. So write them together. Any answer, when you have more than one answer, write it together at the end of the sum. So you write here, and then as a teacher they check back that everything what you have done is correct or not. So your final answer generally tells that you have done it in a correct way. So this was our session on finding two unknown when a cubic equation is given with the unknown and two factors are given. So I have done 3 sum, and as I have told you children, I have given you to practice 4-5 sum. Please do practice, and then some of the very interesting other interesting questions you wait for my part 4 video lesson. Thank you children for watching this video session.